What is going on, everybody, and welcome to episode number 4 of Tuesday Tips for a Healthier Fish Room. Before we get started, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and ding that little notification bell so you know the next time I upload a new video. I'm Kendall Water, and you are watching Otter Creek Aquatics. So for today's video, we're going to be looking at the 29-gallon Otter Creek Mutt Guppy breeding tank. And we're especially going to be digging into how to do a water change on this type of tank. Now, I know many of you already know how to do water changes, and those of you who don't, you can benefit from this as well. But I definitely want the people who have small fish or fry in their tanks to especially pay attention to this. And what brought this to my attention was I was doing a water change not that long ago, and I put the siphon tube down into the tank, and everyone knows how curious guppies are. They all swarmed it, and I ended up sucking one fry up. Luckily, the python tubes have a little shut-off ball valve on the actual siphon itself, so I quickly shut that off, and the little fry just fell back into the tank. So I got lucky, and I told myself I definitely didn't want to do that again. I need to find a way to avoid that. So I was thinking, and I came up with this super simple solution to not sucking up any small fish or fry. So make sure you pay attention to the whole video. It's not going to be very long, but it's going to have a really good tip into it. A couple products that we're going to need to actually get this to work. Here I have a siphon tube, and the brand that I use is Python. It's one of the ones that's sink driven. Hook it up to your sink, turn your sink on, and it pulls the water out of your tank and deposits it into the sink. You can also use this to fill your tank back up, but one of the siphons that you have to start yourself will also work. Next, we have a filter media bag, and this is the Top Fin brand. Doesn't have to be this brand exactly. I just picked this up from PetSmart, and you can just go to your local fish store, see what kind of filter media bags they have, and grab one. This one is the small Top Fin, so make sure it's not too big. You're just going to want it big enough to where it's going to be able to slide over the end of that tube. So here we have our siphon tube, and I already pulled this filter media bag out of the packaging. And what you're going to want to do is just take it and slide it on there like that. And then they got little drawstrings that you can wrap around and tie it off, so you're not going to lose it. You're not going to be able to get a little fry caught in here or anything. And then you're just going to hook it up, and the mesh is going to allow that water to still be sucked through. Now, if you're going to be gravel backing or something, it may not work, but I'm just talking about strictly putting the siphon in, pulling some water out, and put some water back in. So let's get into the water change. Alright, so the first thing that we always want to do is unplug our filters and our heaters. Thing we're going to do is start our siphon, and this can be either if you have a sink driven siphon or just a regular hose siphon that you have to start yourself. We get into the water change. So we have our siphon tube with our mesh filter media bag on it, and we're just going to dip it down into the water. And as you can see, it starts pulling the water out. And then all the curious guppies can swim underneath of it, and you don't have a chance of sucking any up. So this isn't going to be a huge water change. I just wanted to simply demonstrate this. You can see the water line dropping. No guppies are getting sucked up. And life is good. And one other cool thing, instead of having to hold your hand over it so the water don't go crashing back down into the tank, when you pull it up, all the water stays in the tube. A little bit runs out, but simply flip it up and let it drain out. Next thing I want to recommend is getting a digital thermometer, and I have one of these in every single one of my tanks, and it just makes it super easy and super quick when matching new water to tank water. So after seeing the temperature of the tank, we're going to bring the thermometer to the sink and we're going to match the water temperatures. Place your fill tube into the tank and make sure you have your water dechlorinator ready so that you're not scrounging to find it after you start filling your tank. Go ahead and add your dechlorinator right before you're getting ready to start filling your tank. And once you start filling your tank, make sure you have a small enough stream of water so that if there is a change in temperature, it's not going to be too drastic for your fish. Water levels back to the desired fill height. Go ahead and turn off your water, remove your fill hose, and plug back in your filter and your heater. And always ensure that both of them are working again. There you have it. Today we talked about how to do a water change in a fry tank for the breeder and how to do a general water change for the beginner. Thank you for tuning in for episode number 4 of Tuesday Tips for a Healthier Fish Room, and I will see you in that next video. See you. That is one happy panda corridor. Look at this dude.